So,
nice.
or her show. She does a show called Girls Night Out. So,
can you add one more wing for me? Like, so I can have my
yeah, you're under the stairs. I got you under the stairs. I do got a couple two fun little games to play too.
Okay.
It's something to do.
The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs.
All right, welcome to the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Exciting podcast today. We have Laka here.
Hey, what's up?
Yes. My buddy Joey Max is here.
Yes, what's happening?
And Laka brought her director Joe Hanrahan.
Hanrahan.
Did I say it right?
Hanrahan.
He said, say it one more time for the audience.
Hanrahan.
I knew I butcher names on the show. It's part of the
That's why I'm here, man.
Which actually, I met Joe back in 2010.
Uh-huh.
We worked on a film together with my buddy Patrick, and he was an actor in it. And
Cool.
Yeah, so I know
Nice.
I've known Joe for a long time. You've been on the show before.
Yes.
Great singer. Now you're kind of stepping into the theater realm. We're going to be doing the St. Louis Woman, and kind of just talk about what that's going to be for the audience.
Right. So it's basically a tribute to the amazing female artists from St. Louis who have called St. Louis home at one point or another. We've got Josephine Baker, Tina Turner, Willie Mae Ford Smith, which is a gospel legend a lot of people don't know about, Fontella Bass, Ann Peebles, Katherine Dunham, and Maya Angelou. So
Nice.
It's going to be a big mix of all types of art. And Joe does such a great job of tying the storyline together with his writing. And I'm going to be dancing a little bit, acting, and then, of course, singing.
And sing, wow. And so how did you guys meet? You said that you seen her perform, Joe?
Yeah, it was kind of by accident. I showed up one night at the Blue Strawberry where she was performing, and I saw her sing, and I was like, whoa, she's good. And I sent a note the next day. We kind of connected a little bit. I just complimented her, and I was inviting her because I was trying to build an audience, just starting a show I was doing to bring some folks. She came, we started talking, and but I don't know. The moment when it's like, well, we're going to do something together. How did that happen?
After I saw his show, and it was a one-man show.
Yeah,
and it was really similar, not similar, but I thought this man can just captivate an audience for like an hour and a half, just not singing, literally just acting with, a storyline. And because of some of the stuff that I do at the Blue Strawberry, which is it's a show, like I'm singing, but I'm also tying a story together. I thought, man, I could learn some things from him. So I said, that's what I told him. I was like, hey, I could learn some things from you. And then we got together and started talking about stuff we might be able to do.
Somehow it evolved. A couple ideas popped up, and this is the one we said. And this idea came right out of just respect for Laka's talent and what she could do and what she could do more of and stuff. And that's, what we're telling the story about, too. This is a great St. Louis woman performer.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's cool
And
that
so-
I'm sorry. No, I was saying that's cool that you're paying homage to all the ones who preceded you. That's pretty cool.
I think it's a unique idea. I mean, everyone knows about St. Louis music and all the greats here, but I don't think it's ever been looked at just from the females who have and we start with a couple songs about St. Louis women. St. Louis Blues and Frankie and Johnny that kind of put the town on the map. And then all these women start coming and, one after another. We tell the story chronologically, and we try to just really focus on some of the great things they did, as long as along with the great struggles all of them had to get where they had to be.
So when you decided to do this idea, I mean, what characters came first to mind?
I think it was pretty much all the ones we named.
Yeah.
We wanted to stick to the most well-known ones and the most well-known songs. We actually start, after Frankie and Johnny, we start with Willie Mae Ford Smith, which is a gospel legend. Mm-hmm. And one thing unique about her is, and her story is, all of these other women got their start with gospel music. All the other singers got started in the church and in choirs. And it beautifully ties together with her being the godmother of gospel music.
We've had to leave out dozens of great female artists.
yeah.
I mean, of course,
Yeah.
today, from yesteryear, all kinds. But what we've tried to stick with what we consider the giants.
Yeah.
I mean, people that world renowned.
Yeah.
But then we snuck in a couple of singers, Fontella Bass and Peebles, but it had 2 songs that just broke through. Each had a song that broke through and became giant.
Nice.
Right. But so did you know these songs? Obviously, Tina Turner, you probably knew a couple of her songs, but did you know all these songs for these characters that you? So there's probably a lot of research and a lot of learning on your part just to know the songs.
Right. So, yeah, of course, I knew Rescue Me. I knew I Can't Stand the Rain. I knew all of Tina's songs. But Josephine Baker, there's a song that I have to sing in French. Of course, I did not know that. And that took a lot
Yeah.
of studying. Like, learning a song in a different language is just on a whole nother level of studying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I literally had to go line by line, phrase by phrase, word by word.
Syllable by syllable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so her songs I didn't really know. We're doing a Gershwin tune that she really liked to cover. I didn't know a lot about Gershwin, but, you know, obviously I knew the songs, but I didn't know, like, oh, these are Gershwin tunes.
She would sing to the troops in World War II. She'd entertain, and she'd always do a gospel, and she'd do her French song, which is her signature song, and then she'd do a Gershwin to remind him of home.
Yeah. So, yeah, just more research on Josephine. The gospel songs I pretty much know, because I also grew up singing in church. So that's how I got my start.
And this is your theater company. I want to plug your theater company here. It's called the Midnight Company, right?
Yes,
That's
yeah.
okay. And kind of talk how you guys started just in theater, because I've known you from film, but you've been a big theater guy here in St. Louis for a long time.
Yeah, I'm really.
Not to age you. I'm not trying to age you over here.
that's right.
Yeah.
I've got
25
a lot
years.
of a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I'm a movie guy. I've always loved movies and wanted to kind of do movies, but there were no movies being done around here when I was young, and then I went to college. But somebody asked me to do a show, and I was lucky to have a good director, and I started doing it and doing more and more. And what I've learned over the years, what I love doing about it, and especially with my own company, is I like to tell stories. I like books. I like movies. I love stories, and that's always a part of the shows I do. And that's the privilege I have of having my own company. I can choose the stories I want to tell, and so that's what continues to keep me going is the great kind of ideas and great things, including this story.
Yeah. Do you have a passion between film and theater now? I've never done theater before, but I guess to be able to perform in front of an audience and get that instant reaction, you know, it's something different.
It's the whole routine of a play. I mean, you know, you can say, I'm going to do a play. And so you got to rehearse for a month, but then in about a month, you can be in front of people. Mm-hmm. And it's instant gratification, but it's instant delivery of the idea, and it's instant getting it out there. Whether you're trying to do some political thing where you're trying to make a big point, or you're just trying to entertain, it gets out there quick. And I've made a bunch of film, you know, myself as an actor, writer a little bit, but and then those are so hard, take so much time, and you know, if you got the right crew and a little bit of money, you can do something good. But it's a lot tougher to accomplish that fully than it is to accomplish something in theater.
And this is your first time acting on stage?
Yes.
Now, as I mean, what's going through your head? With this? Yeah.
So he's been working with me for a long time. So
Yeah.
we started this. What do you always say, about 9 months ago? 10 months?
November,
So
December. Yeah.
you know, he's been working with me on the acting because this is my first time acting. The stuff that I do at the Blue Strawberry, the first show that I did there was called The Music and Me, and it was a story that I wrote, my story, and then I did music with it with the soundtrack. But you know, that was me. So this is definitely my first time being someone else. But
Yeah. When we came up with this idea, I just tossed this off, and it reminded me. I always tell her it reminds me of a movie line. You know the movie Moneyball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where Brad Pitt and Washington, we're on Washington. They go talk to this guy and say, "We want you to come play first base." And the guy goes, "Oh, I don't know if I can." And Pitt goes, "Oh, it's easy. Tell him, Wash. It's incredibly difficult."
Right.
So I said, "Go on, they got one person show." But it's like, oh, so she has learned. But I, you know, just the little I knew her when we first met. I mean, I had the impression she was smart and hardworking, and she's kind of way surpassed both of those two things. I mean, her development as an actress has really been stunning. I mean, she does something that I don't know if I've heard of many, if any, actors ever doing, any actors, which is she has recorded audio, our rehearsals. So she brings home what we did, the things I said, and her reactions to them, and she studies those. So it's like she's,
Nice.
I think, constantly, not constant, but she's like really built
Pretty
on
much.
this, and she's really at the point right now where, I mean, she is. The acting is, it's great. It's really good. And she's not only, she has accumulated all of what she needs to do. So she's at a point where she's, I think, starting to be able to play a little bit. You know, it's like, I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to go this way and this way. And so it's, you know, like a mature singer, she's, become a mature actress already.
So doing a lot of improvisation on there.
Yeah. She has to deliver the show. She has to become some of the characters, sing their songs, and I think this is the first time also she's had a choreographer telling her what to do with
Yes.
her body
the
on
dance.
stage. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's the dancing has probably been the toughest, like the thing that
Yeah.
I've had to work on the most because, you know, I've never had any of my stuff choreographed. I'm just, the only dance that I've done is in the club, like, or on stage,
Right.
just freestyle.
Right.
But there's probably an art to that with the breathing of when you can't really be jumping around dancing, trying to hit big notes at the same time, right? So it's certain, right?
Well, the dances are just dances. So it's like music and then me dancing.
okay.
Because Josephine Baker has a very famous dance in her banana skirt. It's like literally what, you know, made her a big star. She got a lot of attention on this dance and then it kind of catapulted her. So I do a version of that dance and it's just dancing. No, I'm not singing at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On stage in her shows, I doubt she'd, sing and do big dances at the same time, right? So
Yeah.
you're correct there. But yeah, these are more dance things which illustrate certain musical elements or certain dances. And there's not a lot of them, but there's enough. And we have a great choreographer, Ashley Tate, who had her own company here, Ashley Leanne. She's just took a big job as a professor at North Carolina University, but she'll be back forth.
Okay.
Was it a tough thing for you to write, Joe? Because it's when you do music, it's storytelling. Like there's stuff to be said within the song, within the dancing numbers. You're still developing that character, right? With just
It was not been an easy thing. I mean, we
Yeah.
were on draft 20 of the script. We continue to refine it, and I was kind of really scared of the script for a while, and I was really trying to get somebody on the staff to help me because one thing about this is I'm a white boy writing about black women, which is.
Yeah.
But I have had the best collaborator in the world in Laka right here, who is not only really sensitive to the words, but what we're saying, and she has incredible storytelling techniques. So she'll make some comment about this or that, and even if I don't agree, I'll go, well, let's look at that. What is that? So she's been right by my side as the script has coalesced into what we hope it to be.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Joe, I had Joe do his little research on your music. What you research Laka? What do you guys say about Laka's
Oh
music?
man, so I enjoy your voice. You have like a rich, soulful kind of like I was explaining to Joe earlier, kind of almost like a ragtime kind of a feel, right? I think that's probably more or less where it feels like where you enjoy most of your music
Yeah.
from that era. So I enjoyed it. I haven't been able to get out to see a show yet because I've only recently learned about you, but I'll definitely be coming to check you out a few times for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do love more like of the older styles of music. Definitely, but like that's exactly what you said is where my voice is, where my music usually is. And I grew up with like Tina Turner, like that that soulful like old voice, that is probably mostly my wheelhouse,
Yeah, so you have an old soul. They would say, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like that. It seems like that's what my voice gravitates towards. Yeah, and I love actually when we met. One of the things I told him, I said I really love like old Hollywood. The style of like old Hollywood, like the glamour.
Yeah.
All of that vintage
Like
stuff.
the 1930s, 40s Hollywood, or like that era with like
50s.
Yeah, I mean,
50s, 60s.
yeah, up till the 50s. But I mean, I'm not for sure about the dates. I just know that we're like,
that
I'm not a
look.
historian. I just know the look. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my vibe.
That's a cool vibe. I mean, I'm more of an 80s, 90s kind of R&B guy, so I tend to gravitate towards those songs. But Every once in a while too, man, I can't help but enjoy the classics of, Al Green, Teddy Pendergrass, all of the guys from that era.
Right.
I mean, I even sneak in some Jimi Hendrix every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy is that guy.
Yes, I love his style.
Well, we got a fun game for you guys. Now, there's a lot of people that go from singing into acting. So Laka's going from singing into acting. So this is the list. And so we are going to just rate them of our own personal thoughts of not their box office success, but of like their talent between a singer and their talent as an actress.
Are we rating them separately?
We're we're right now we have Lady Gaga.
Okay.
So would you say her singing talent is better than her acting talent?
Yes. Yes, I would say her singing is better than her acting.
Okay, how about do you know who
I
like
think her acting.
her
I would go
acting?
with her acting.
Yeah.
I like her songs, but I actually liked her acting more. Like I'm a bigger fan of her as an actor than I am as a singer.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially lately with like A Star Is Born. I thought that she was excellent.
I loved her in House of Gucci.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
I just
she
watched
really
that.
deserved a lot more attention. She did the Italian accent well. She complex character who grew from a simple woman into a domineering murderess. I mean, just a great, good
Yeah.
underrated movie, and she was good.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we got.
Did you hear what she's doing next?
What's she doing next?
The Joker 2 with
Oh,
Joaquin
really?
Phoenix.
Wait, she's
So
gonna,
she's gonna be
She
Harley
will in
Quinn.
the film. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She may be who's the woman who's with
Harley
Joker?
Quinn?
Harley Quinn. I think she's doing Harley Quinn.
That'll be interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know they were making a sequel to that.
Yeah,
I mean, neither did
sure.
I.
Yeah.
All right, Barbara Streisand in movies or in music?
I'd say good actress, good director, but
Yeah.
incredible singer.
Incredible singer. Okay.
I don't have an opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I fell at. I was like,
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Well.
I would
Okay.
say even, both.
All right. How about Chris Brown as
he's-
an actor?
he's not the best.
I think I
He
I
was
thought he was
okay.
horrible in Takers or whatever it's called.
I'll take it.
Yeah, whatever it's called, Taken or Takers.
I thought, I mean, if that was really him doing parkour, then I would say that he would get that. But he's just a hell of an entertainer, so I would put him in the singing category because he's
I
got a hell
agree.
of a voice too. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
He's just a phenomenal entertainer.
Yeah.
The acting, I feel like it's him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's
The
not
roles
acting,
that
yeah.
he takes, it's not that much acting. It's just like
Right.
him being goofy.
and plus he died in like the first 5 minutes to stump the yard. So
For the characters you're playing in your theater, did you kind of break down each character? How did you break down the act for each of these characters? Was there certain
You know
kind
what?
of like?
I really watched a lot of like interviews of them and a lot of performing, especially with Tina and Josephine, because I will be them. Like those are the characters that I will be. So I just studied them as much as I could on film. And Tina was really hard because, they both have really long careers. So I would see interviews of her when she's young, and she's
Right.
so different. Like now that she's older,
Right.
even her voice,
yeah,
how she speaks, the conversations. So yeah,
Could we
I
put
just
you on the spot?
immersed her.
Could we
immersed
put you on the
myself.
spot a little bit and have you do a little Tina impression? Would that be hard?
Yeah, that would be hard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
only because like I'm very much wherever I am, that's where I am, and I can't just turn it on like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
agree.
understandable.
I did the show Give Him Hell Harry once. I played
Yeah.
Harry Truman, and so they had me on a radio show, and then they wanted to take calls and have me answer as Truman. I said, no, I'm not. I can't. I am not Harry Truman. I'm on stage. I will be, but not now.
Right.
Is there a prep that you do to get before performance to get into character? I mean, I don't want you to give away your recipe, but I mean, is there like a certain you listen to a certain type of music before you do a theater to kind of calm your nerves?
Not anymore, really. If I'm acting on something, I pretty much have it down by the time I'm in front of an audience. The only thing I'll do is some couple of physical exercises and stretches. That's all. But I do the same ones just to kind of get my body a little limber.
Oh, okay. And do you have any kind of routine that you're doing before you get to a performance?
No, I mean, I'm rehearsing a lot. So I feel like whenever we rehearse together or I'm performing for other people, it's just, I'm just, doing what I've rehearsed. So I don't really have anything. I have to do a lot of vocal warm-ups for my voice. And that's been a lot because, I've never done, this is going to be 3 to 4 shows every week. And so I was concerned about my voice, how my voice is going to hold up. It's not a ton of singing, but it's just, my voice is on for the whole, hour and a half. So I've been doing a lot of voice lessons and vocal exercises.
Okay. All right, we got one more. We got Nelly. Now, have you ever seen, was it Snipes? Was it called Snipes?
I don't know. I've never seen anything that he was in.
He was in the movie, what's the remake of that football movie?
Football movie, yeah. Longest
Oh,
Longest Yard.
Yeah,
He did good in that, but I watched him and I guess it was right when he came out with Country Grammar. He did this movie called Snipes or something, and it was horrible.
Stick to music, bro.
It was horrible. But so, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna tell him to stick to music. Music is his
music
his
for
strong
Nelly.
suit.
Yeah, I think so.
I never even knew he did any acting, so I can't really rate him.
Okay.
I was gonna say, one person you could have put in there, she knows him, is Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about Jamie.
Yeah.
That's literally
That's
a
a
flip of
toss-up,
flip of a coin.
Yeah,
but he's a
that'd
hell
be
of
a
an
tough
actor.
one. But you've had to pick one.
I loved him in Ray, so I'm gonna go
Well,
with
he
acting.
won what Grammys and Oscars.
If
so.
I didn't know any better, I would have thought he was Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
for
it was,
sure.
yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody personify another character that well.
I think if I read correctly that he actually was, didn't open his eyes, was blind the entire during the shooting
He had
day
his
and
eyes
stuff,
taped shut.
Wow.
He did
Yeah.
everything like Ray did it, so he wasn't acting. He didn't want to go by a room and see something and give that cue that he can actually see. So he did everything blind.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about Jamie, he started off trying to be a singer,
Yeah.
but then his acting career took off, and then he went back to singing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Like
yep.
the football movie he's in. Any
Given Sunday.
Good film.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right.
All right, we have Jennifer Jennifer
Lopez.
Sorry,
J-Lo.
dude. I'm just horrible with these celebrities. Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo from the block, right?
Jenny from the
Oh
block.
Jenny
my
from the block.
gosh.
All right, so better actress or singer?
I think I like her better as an actress.
I agree.
She did this movie with George Clooney. What was that called? That one where she's a cop. He's a bad guy.
God, but The Cell, she was really good in the movie The Cell, if you saw that one.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
And then I forgot what that movie's called. I know what you're talking about, the George Clooney movie.
Close Range. Or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her in Maid of Manhattan.
Yeah. I like that one too.
There's another one.
What's that recent? She just had that recent with Owen Wilson. I thought "Marry Me." That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
I don't like Owen Wilson, man.
She's got a documentary.
Do your Owen Wilson impression.
A documentary coming up about her that's
Wow.
supposed to be good. Where it's behind the scenes of her Super Bowl show.
Oh yeah, that's out. That's out.
It's going to be a whole
Yeah, that's
different
out.
Jen than you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But what about Selena? Wasn't that one of her?
Yeah, that was one of her first movies.
Yeah, that was
one of
she
her
did
first
a
movies.
bang up
She
job
was
in that
amazing.
too.
See, you guys are talking sense to me now. I'm starting to change my answer. See, this is why we have these conversations. I'll say she's a better actress. I think that was it. Will Smith. We got he hasn't been in the news
Smith.
lately. A better singer or actor?
I think he's better at sucker punching. I mean, no, definitely better actor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely better.
Oh,
better,
definitely.
Yeah.
better actor. So, okay, that was that game. So yeah,
That was fun.
that was fun. Yeah,
I feel like you can tell if they're a better actor or singer by like how much work they're getting doing either one. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Will's definitely getting more. Or he
He's
was
not-
getting more work doing
right.
acting before this
He might have
happened.
put himself in the hole there.
Well,
Dug
you-
himself a hole. Yeah.
You've been singing now for a long time. Now you've got this acting bug that just bit
Mm-hmm.
you. Now, is this something that's going to be continuous in your career going forward?
I'm sure I'll go back to focusing on singing because I already have dates, for next year. I started traveling this year, singing, and I have more travel dates after the play. And I need to write an album. Like I've got like things that I need to do with music more. So, but we'll see
Yeah.
what happens. Like I feel like most of the things in my life, is art wise, is like kind of one thing would lead to another. Just a gradual, natural progression. So we'll see what happens with the acting. I won't rule anything out, but I do know, like, one of my goals is I really do need to write an album and record it.
Right.
Basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then opening night's going to be October 6th. right? And so, are you going to do like a private show to a private family before you open it to the public, just to kill those nerves? Or are you going straight into just open to the public kind of performance? Don't they do something in theater? What's it called? Like the first
Sneak
They do
preview.
previews.
Previews, it's
sometimes.
called, yeah.
Broadway shows might have weeks of them as they try to fix a show.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do a few final tech things, or we might invite just a handful of folks in, but you know, but that would just be a few friends, but nothing serious. You know?
Right.
And then I just wanted you sent me the promo here. Did we play this yet?
Tina.
Who is the photographer for this?
Key Harris is.
Well, she was a videographer.
Videographer, yeah.
Yeah, Key
Oh.
Productions, but Todd Davis was the photographer.
Okay.
Still,
The pictures come out great. Yeah. Nice. How did you get all the wardrobe for all the characters?
Some things I actually already had, but then our
costumer
costumer
is Liz Henning. Elizabeth Henning is her name. She came and helped, provided some pieces and helped with the hair and stuff.
All
Very
right.
nice.
Oh, here, I'll give you one of these. Some of the photos from the shoot there.
Yes.
All right. Well, I got one more game. So this game they play on the radio all the time. So this is nothing original, folks. So you'll be like, oh, I see this all the time. I know you do. But I'm going to play a popular song in reverse. So we're going to have to put the headphones to your ear to hear it. And at home, if you guys can guess if you want. And then you guys guess, and then I'll play it the normal way so we can see what the answer is. But here is number one. Okay.
Once it got to that point, we figured it out. You're the one that I love. Yep.
The one that I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who sings it?
I don't know.
Travolta and
Oh yeah, Olivia Newton-John.
She just passed away. Olivia
she
Newton-John.
just passed away.
God rest her soul. Yeah. So,
yeah.
and there we go. There's the answer, folks. There's the answer. Flagged on this video here because Lake is on. So, all right, next one. You can play at home. Anyone yet?
Oh man, I know it's another one of those like show tune kind of things.
No one got it yet? One more time.
Material Girl?
What's it?
Yeah, it's
Material
Madonna.
That's
right?
correct,
So
Leica.
yeah, same time.
That is correct. All right.
I had the artist. I couldn't think of the song.
Oh, and this is sponsored by our sponsor, Manscaped, Refine the Gentleman. So thank you, Manscaped, for sending us the free product the other day. We used it, so thank you. The best of men's grooming right there, Manscaped. Do you like men that are groomed?
Oh, absolutely.
There we go. So there you go. So Leica likes it. Oh, that's all right. That was the answer there. All right, next one. Here we go. Just when you think you got it, raise your hand. I'll hit stop.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, which one?
Damn it.
Billie
Billie
Jean?
Jean. Yeah.
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
I'll give
I
you
had,
both.
I had to play it in my head.
I'll
for
give
a
you
day.
both a point on that one. Okay, we got two more here, folks. Next round, it just gets harder and harder as we go on.
Sit down the dock of the bay.
Yeah, that is correct. Leica is very good.
Wow, that's good.
Sorry, Joe. I didn't.
No, that's good.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in
There we
the...
go. All right, last round here. This is for the win.
Yes, my Lord, I was
This one. Is it Jewel?
No answers. Just take a wild guess. It's a popular song.
From what era?
I'm gonna say Kevin Costner. That's all I gotta say.
The Bodyguard?
It's the
Oh,
Bodyguard.
I will always love you.
Yes.
It didn't sound like that at all.
Well, this-
Oh, it's not Whitney Houston. That's
That's not Whitney Houston. Yeah, if it was Whitney Houston, we would have.
Was that Dolly Parton?
Well, I
don't think
I
it's-
don't know. I just download soundtracks and that's what came up. So I guess it's not.
Oh, okay.
That had a very country twang to it.
Yeah,
I was like, what is it?
Yeah.
Well, I think it is Dolly Parton because I think she did write the song originally.
Okay.
No, that's not Dolly either.
Oh.
That sounds like a cover.
Oh, well, it's a cover.
Okay.
So that's why you guys. That's why you guys didn't get it. That's how you.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Okay.
You know, that movie was sitting around for 20 years. It was written for Steve McQueen and Diana Ross.
I heard that.
Really?
And
Yeah.
that's why Costner wore McQueen hair in it, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So what's the next project for you after this, Joe?
Me? Well, I've got a couple of short things in September and November, a couple of short plays that are in kind of one weekend festivals here. But I'm preparing next season, and I know the first couple shows in May. I'm going to be doing another one-man show called The Absolute Brightness of Leonard Pelkey. It takes place in a little blue-collar fishing town on the coast of Jersey. My main character, I'm a detective, but I also play about 7 other characters, including a number of middle-aged women and men. But Leonard Pelkey has disappeared. He's a teenager in a blue-collar town, and he's an out, flamboyant, wildly gay guy. So when he disappears, they go, oh. But it turns out, as the detective investigates, the town just loves him because he was so kind and he did so much with his creativity and who he was. And he advised all the women on makeup and hair and clothing. And so it's a really nice little play. Mm-hmm. And then in July, I know I'm going to be directing a show called The Years, which is a family story about a pair of cousins how life affects them over the years.
Okay. Is it hard? I think it would be a lot of pressure to do a one-man show, and that's what both of you guys obviously have experience doing. And I mean, do you feel more pressure that it's all on you on stage, and that because in play, let's say you're kind of having a bad day or something, but maybe the other person in the scene can help with that scene, right, Joe? Yeah. I don't want to put pressure on
with me because whenever I sing, I feel like it's always a one-woman show because I'm the person singing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I feel like the musicians, if I sound bad, I don't think they would be able to make up for that. So I feel like the pressure is probably about the same.
Right.
It's more pressure. It's not because it's just one woman. It's because I'm stretching outside of my norm, right, with the dancing mostly. And then just the acting and, doing so many different, which I do a bunch of different singers whenever I sing.
I'm sure Laka she's realized that in her own shows that it can be scary, but so empowering to be able to.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I've done so many of them. I started early. Somebody asked me to do one. I never thought I could do one. And when they asked me to do one, the only one-person shows being done then were stars doing stars. I mean, the Harry Truman Show with James Whitmore and the guy who did Mark Twain and Henry Fonda doing Clarence Darrow. I mean, that was all because But then in the Village in New York in the 70s and 80s, these people start doing these shows, and they asked me to do one of them. And since then, I just keep finding good scripts. Mm-hmm. And they're hard to do, but they're so convenient. You can rehearse anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting. So people can get tickets. I put the link on the video here below. Anything else we can talk about the theater play coming out, the show?
Just that, we've got 3 weekends, Thursday through Saturday at 8 o'clock, and we have 2 Sunday matinees at 2. So there's a lot of opportunities to come away. Just in addition to, I think it's going to be very informative. I think everybody's going to learn something. I think it's going to be very entertaining. But I also think folks should consider bringing along some high school kids and some younger people to see this, because I think it's inspiring. The women all were, they all faced very tough circumstances, and they just battled them and grew beyond them and took on the world. So I think it's really inspiring it should be to someone watching.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to put it on my calendar. I'm going to come see you perform. So, any other questions you had?
I'll say we'll bring a caravan. We'll go together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I do want to add is we did reach out to just some cultural organizations like the Missouri History Museum. They have
St.
Louis Sound right now. We reached out to the Missouri Gospel Hall of Fame since we're doing Willie Mae. Jazz St. Louis, of course, Ashley Lane Dance Company, who's our choreographer, and then Consuming Kinetics Dance Company. They're doing a Josephine Baker production, so we're going to do some cross promotion with them. So you'll see those, the ones that I listed on our flyer. So those are organizations that support what we're doing.
You're going to be seeing these around town here. Let me pull up the graphic again on the website so people can see it.
Yeah.
So what's your next step after you said doing an album?
Yes, I need to record. Because I feel like, so I've been in New York this year, I've been in Florida, Las Vegas, and I'm like, while I'm traveling all over the U.S., I need to be performing more of my own songs,
And you're still doing the health food for your day job?
Yeah, I'm a dietitian for my day job,
yeah.
yes.
So
I stay busy for sure.
Talk about those trips to New York. How was that?
It was fun. I did The Music in Me, which is the first show that I did at the Blue Strawberry, which was my story. And I was a little bit nervous because there's so much talent in New York, and I thought, well, there's so much talent here. Are they going to think I'm talented? Or, but they loved me just as much as people do in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And then I did Vegas after that, and I was still a little bit nervous, even though New York went fine. But there's just so much talent out there.
Right.
But Vegas was just the same. Everybody loved me in Vegas. And I was like, okay, well, now I can pretty much go anywhere. I've been in New York and I've been in Vegas. People love me there. So
would that be an
pretty
option
much
that
go anywhere.
you would move to one of these places maybe if the opportunity arose?
I would hope not, because I really like St. Louis. St. Louis is home.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love most about doing this show, St. Louis Woman, is I feel like we need more things that elevate our city.
Yeah, I agree.
More things that pay tribute to what a great place this is, and how many great people the city has produced. So, I plan to stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm not from here. I'm from Buffalo, New York, so I've been down here almost 2 years now. So this is informative and educational for me, and in the sense that I don't really know much about the area. I'm really still learning. So, I didn't even realize all these women had a place here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've learned a lot already and haven't been here that long.
Well, back in the day, St. Louis was a great music hub. Was for music. You mentioned it earlier. This music that was made here in St. Louis early on.
We talk about in the show that any genre of music, from ragtime to jazz to rock and roll, all had deep roots here. A lot of people who performed here and were big parts of the growth of that music.
Yeah. Well, I know it's a one-man show, but when you do play the character Tina Turner, is there something with talks about Ike Turner and everything you've seen?
Of course, yeah. We tell her full story. So we don't leave Ike out.
Yeah.
Her first music big hits were with him. And,
right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. She wouldn't be Tina without Ike.
Right.
He named her.
Yeah.
You say that, he loved this TV show called Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. So Tina was his queen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I haven't seen that film in a long time, but
I've heard that the film doesn't really tell the entire story.
She actually says that they don't really tell the entire story, but one of the reasons why they said they didn't is because they didn't think people would believe it if it was they put all of the gruesome details. It was actually worse than what
Than what they
movie
portrayed.
They showed in the movie, I think,
Yeah.
because they try to make it more box office appeal.
Yeah,
right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's back in the early '90s too, right? When they made that film. Yeah.
And we say this on the play, which you guys see, but she didn't watch the movie. She never watched it.
I never want to look back.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
One thing I do want to say is the theme song that you heard in the promo is St. Louis Blues. That one of the songs that we're going to talk about. We're starting the playoff with. That's the namesake for our hockey team, and I don't think a lot of people know that.
I didn't
You
know
know,
that.
when you think of St. Louis Blues, they're not really thinking of where it came from.
I did not know that. So
Yeah.
tell the backstory on that a little bit. I'll play a little bit of the clip here. The music.
Well, the home of the St. Louis Blues, where they play, was actually built.
And got a heart like a rock.
That was home to many of the people we talk about. I mean, Josephine Baker grew up there,
Yeah.
and Frankie and Johnny, that happened there. I mean, all that stuff. And then they tore that neighborhood down, one of the homes of the Blues, to build a new home for the St. Louis Blues, the hockey team. So, kind of apropos, I guess.
Yeah, that and he probably mentioned that's Mill Creek Valley,
Mill Creek
and
Valley is called.
where the stadium, the soccer stadium, is going now. They're actually going to pay tribute to that area, Mill Creek Valley, with I think some sort of monument or something there.
really?
Because it was, an area mostly populated by African Americans. There were lots of businesses and things like that were there, and of course these historic people lived there. And it was torn down for redevelopment, and they're going to pay tribute to their area, to the soccer stadium.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Well, anything else we want to tell the audience today? And so tickets, do we have ticket prices? Do we want to tell the ticket price on that? Or
Yeah, most shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday are $30. Thursday night's $20.
okay. And then
The theater's a great place. It's
Yeah.
called the Dot Sack.
I haven't been there yet.
It's
Yeah.
on Locust, and it's kind of out of the hubbub of the big Grand Fox parking area.
Uh-huh.
It's on Locust just before it dead ends before it gets to Grand. It's just a little east of that, and there's plenty of parking and a great bar right in the lobby.
Okay.
That'll attract
Joe's
a lot of
pushing that bar.
Intermission.
Nah, man, I don't drink for real.
No, absolutely. That joke.
Oh, that joke.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anything else we want to pitch?
That's it. I think we
Okay.
covered it
Yeah.
all.
Okay. Well, it's good
Thank
seeing you again. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing so well, and so I'm excited to see all the things you do. So,
And thank you for doing this again. I reached out to you like a couple times. I'm like, hey, when are you going to have me on? Because so many people told me that they saw the last interview that we did together, and they were just like, they literally watched the whole thing because they were pointing out funny things in the last video. So,
funny things that hopefully at me or what?
No, it was,
okay.
it was something funny that I said. And I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh,
because
okay.
I was like, dang, should I have said that? But anyway, I'll tell you about it after.
After the podcast?
Okay.
Well, in that case, I guess we'll see you guys. Thank you guys for watching the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Check us out on YouTube and like the Artist Unite Network on Facebook. Thank you, Joey Max. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Laka. And we will
Yes,
see you
thank
guys
you
again
guys.
later.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was it.
All right, I'm going to take these off now.
I'm about to dig. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs.